Welcome back. Thank you for watching our second video. This video, I would like to talk about energetic hygiene. So, what is energetic hygiene? Generally speaking, no matter where we go, what we do, where we're at, it doesn't matter if we're at home, at our office, or at school, or even at public places. It doesn't really matter. When we inhale oxygen, for example, we always exhale carbon dioxide. Well, in the natural environment, we always have plants. Okay, great. The plants will absorb the CO2 and then we'll do the photosynthesis and then produce oxygen for us to breathe in again. Okay, great. That's the biological speaking within our ecosystem. That's how it works. And scientifically, we found the proof. That's how it works in terms of the gases exchange. Now, when we talk about energetically, the energy, clean or not clean, this is something that we cannot touch, we cannot see. However, if you think about it, sometimes when we walk into a place or walk into a group of people and we will say like, I pick up some bad vibes about this group of people or this place. I just don't feel right. What is it about that bad vibes or not feeling right? When we talk about those bad vibes, we're talking about bad energies. Even though we cannot see it, we cannot touch it, we can feel it sometimes. Not all the time, but even when we don't feel it, it doesn't mean that they don't exist. So needless to say, it is important that even though we don't see the bad vibes, see the bad energies, feel the bad energies, we still have to follow proper protocols or daily habit to maintain our personal energetic hygiene. It is extremely important. So, how do we do it? How do we maintain the hygiene? And let's say if you spend some times in your living room or at school, in your classroom, and hearing people talk about some stuff or complaining about some stuff. When people complain certain things, you are sending out some not too good energy, at least we know that's not necessarily positive energies, into the universe, into the atmosphere. So you, sitting there, listening to everybody, yep, you are actually exposed to those negative energies. And more likely, you will be, in a way, be contaminated by these negative energies surrounding you. So, how do we do it? How do we practice? Now that we are talking about pranic healing, in pranic healing, every single pranic healing practitioner or pranic healer, we usually use the method, what we call cutting cords, or what we call general sweeping, self-sweeping. So when we do cutting cords or self-sweeping, we're removing all those negative energies attached to our physical body and our energetical bodies. So by doing that on a regular basis, you don't have to do it every single hour, but we'll recommend at least in the morning, one time before you go to work, before you go to school, after you wake up, and then nighttime before you get home or before you go to bed. It will be good that if you can cut the cords, any connections with your coworkers, with your boss, with your patients, with your clients, with your friends, whoever that you actually have interaction with, conversations with. Those connections that we created, we can cut them off. Not saying you don't want to see them again, Not saying they're bad people, but sometimes we don't want to bring on those negative energies to you, back to your home, back to your own bed. And then the next thing you'll notice, oh my God, I have a lot of crazy dreams. I think about this person, I dream about this person. Why? What happened? Because you still have those connections with that person. So the first thing, very important first step to do, every single person will be able to do it. You don't need any tools. Basically, you just go cut and cut and cut. With your intention to say, I want to cut all the cords that no longer serve my purpose. The cords that don't belong to me. I want to cut and cut and cut. So if you do it 3 times, visualize your hand with the white gloves, okay? And like a big knife, a chopper, and just chop, chop, chop. This is what we call cutting cords. If you do have a salt bucket, that would be great. Use a regular salt, no Epsom salt. Put a bucket with water with salt, and you can dump those negative energies into the salt water, so that the salt has the disintegrating negative energies, or any energies in general speaking. It has the disintegrating effect and function. So if you do have a salt bucket with water and salt, great. If not, you can visualize that a big bright sun, and you ask or invoke for the divine, ask the sun to burn all those negative energies off from your hands, from your body, from your system. That will also work. So cutting cords, number 1. Number 2, general sweeping. So the general self-sweeping is to clean yourself. That later on we're gonna show you a little bit more in details how to do it. But basically, you use 2 hands. Visualize both hands with white gloves. I know. Just go along with me. Just visualize that you're wearing a big, big white gloves on both hands, all the way up to your armpits, okay? Like this. And all you have to do is just to do sweeping, not touching your body. You don't have to touch your body. And slowly visualizing you're removing any negative energies from your body. And then dump it into a salt bucket when you have one. If not, again, visualize a bright, bright sun. That's the easiest way. I'm not trying to put a lot of other additional information. So visualize yourself right in front of the bright sun. Ask the sun to burn off any negative energies from it. So that is the sweeping part. Okay, but again, cutting cords should be sufficient unless you're really dealing with a lot of stress at work, arguing with a lot of people, have a disagreement on a project, or arguing with family or friends, have something not working going on, then yes, that will be a little bit more work needs to be done. However, generally speaking, every day you just cut cords before you go to sleep. That's the minimum requirement to maintain the energetic hygiene. Okay, now that is talk about you as a person on your physical body and energetic body. Now we talk about the environment. So what can you do on the environment, not the person, the energy just hanging out in the environment, in the workplace, at school, in your car, in your living room. It's just dirty, it just stay there. How are you going to do it? There will be some techniques that I can show you quickly right now to clean the environment. Clean the room, clean the building, clean the car, clean, who knows, anything that you use, anything that you'll be around, okay? Number 1, most people would know how to do this one, is to burn incense. Some people use sandalwood, some people use sage. You can use either one or the other. You don't have to use everything, okay? So you just burn incense around the corners, around the whole room. in the car. However you need to clean it, just burn the incense. That will be one of the easiest way to do. It's not too expensive, but some people are actually allergic to certain smell incense, then you cannot do it. Okay, this is only good for people who actually feel comfortable with the smoke and the smell. Okay, incense has the again similar to the salt, has the disintegrating negative energies function. It has a strong green prana color, if I have to put it like that. Energy is actually composed of different colors. When a clairvoyant actually be able to see, to tell what colors, there are a whole spectrum of colors when a clairvoyant be able to look at a person's aura or energy field. So green has the function of disintegrating, chop things into little pieces. So incense has a strong green prana, so that's why it has the function of disintegrating negative energy. Okay, so you can also besides the burning incense, you can also use for example like lavender. Lavender also is good with alcohol. Some people will be like prana healers, we use alcohol spray with lavender oil. That will be also good to be used for cleansing negative energies. Okay, so what that was the first one. That's the first one. Besides cutting cords, self-sweeping, burning incense. Now that if I don't like the smell, I don't like to burn anything. I don't want to burn down my own house. Fine, okay. The smoke is just too much. I don't like it. I don't want to smell like sage. Okay, great. We have another way to do it is to play Om. Any Om. If you're familiar with the Om, people chant Om, and if you have an MP3 file with just Om, or you just go to YouTube, you will be able to find Om sound or music, if you have to call that, and find the Om chanting. You can play it for hours. You don't have to play for hours if you don't want to, but if you're living in a big house or in a big room, you can leave the MP3 player on, or on your computer just leave it on and let it play for at least a couple hours, loud enough so that the whole room will be vibrating. Okay, it is the frequency, if I have to put it this way, it is the frequency that emitting out from the Om sound that can disintegrate any negative energies. That's why most prana healers will play Om to clean the negative energies from the home, the work, the car, and so forth. Or if you don't like Om, if you are Catholic or Christian, you're more comfortable with Amen or Amen, you can play that too. You can even just record yourself and just do Amen and put it on repeat. That has the same effect to cleanse the house, the room, the car, whatever you want to clean. Okay, just make sure you have to play long enough. Like I said, you don't have to do a couple hours if you don't have the time. Okay, a minimum requirement, you have to play for 20 minutes. 20 minutes will be the minimum requirement, and make sure it's loud enough. So put on a big, huge speaker, loud enough the whole room will be vibrating. Okay, so that's another alternative. And you may also be able to find the Om CD or Amen CD from the Prana Healing website at www.pranahealing.com. You'll be able to find those CDs. Those CDs will be available to be purchased on the website. So that is the fourth one. Now, another important step that everybody can do is to open all the windows and curtains to let all the fresh air and sunlight coming into your house, to your workplace, to your car. Well, pretty much if your car is parked on the street, that's easy. But talk about your home, your own room, your bedroom. Make sure you have enough sunlight to come into the room, and fresh air. Is the easiest way to clean the house energetically. So if you live in a room that is completely dark all the time, Gothic style, you don't like to see light, more like a vampire style living place, then you tend to not having enough sunlight coming into the room. That is not really good. So that will be actually a good way to cleanse the room, just by opening the curtains and let the sunlight coming in, so that the air prana and sun prana can come into your room, to your house, to your workplace, to cleanse all the negative energies. Okay, now we talk about cutting cords, cell sweeping, playing on, letting the sunlight coming in, burning incense. I mentioned about the spray with the alcohol, with lavender oil. You can do that as well, or even just salt water spray. If you have to do that, that will work. That is pretty much about it. And then the last thing that I will want to mention is that we can actually use, this is a funny way to do it. The easiest way to do, besides letting the sunlight coming in, let's say I really don't want sunlight. Forget about sunlight. I don't want it. I want it to be dark. Okay, fine. The last thing that I will recommend to do is to clap. Clapping it loud everywhere. Sounds funny, but it works. So by clapping your hands loud in your room, at work, or anybody around you that actually, arguing about something, debating about something, and you're just like, oh my God, leave me alone. I don't want to hear those things. You don't want those energies to attach to your energetic body. The easiest way to do is just to clap and clap and clap. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. You just have to move your hands. Okay, maybe your hands will sting a little bit, but that's it. So these are several easy techniques to cleanse your environment, to clean your energy. And the last thing, it will be really common for every single prana healer will recommend our clients to do. Even if you come to a free healing clinic, we'll recommend every single one person to do salt scrub or salt bath. Doesn't matter which one. If you do salt scrub, it will be easy. If you can buy something that's pre-made, that's fine. If not, you can just get regular salt, mix it with shower gel. Once you mix it, it will become a clump. And then you just scrub it onto your body, from head to toe to the bottom of your feet. You don't have to rub around your face. It's okay because it's gonna burn your face. But minimum requirement from the head, which is your crown chakra, all the way down, including your armpits, because a lot of times, a lot of negative energies, especially emotional related, stress related energies, tend to stay into our armpits. The reason why is that, according to the acupuncture, the meridian theory, this is the heart channel where it started from. So obviously we talk about heart channel, something related to emotions. So when we have emotional issues that we're working on, we tend to have those energies get stuck inside our armpits. So it sounds funny and looks funny, but hey, when you're in the bathroom, you're just taking a bath or doing a shower, nobody can see you, so who cares? Even though it may sound a little bit weird, but that will be the easiest way to do to cleanse your energy. If you don't have time to cut cords, or you don't want to be doing burning incense, clapping your hands, making your hands sting, that will be a good way to cleanse your energy and remove anything out from your system. And make sure if you actually you want to do a prayer before you start it, to do a self scrub or self bath, that will be a great idea. Just ask for the divine healing, do a little prayer, and just be in the bathroom for 5 to 10 minutes if you're doing self scrub before you rinse it off. Self bath, however you want to do it, doesn't matter how long, as long as you don't just sit there for hours. That will do it. And make sure you rinse your body off completely clean. No salt stick to your skin. And make sure everything got rinsed off. And that's pretty much it. Again, thank you for watching this second video. This video is important that I have to put it out there as a second video along with the introduction, a little bit about the prana healing, because going for a healing session, let's say you go to a free healing clinic, you got a good healing done, you feel great, but then if you don't know how to maintain the hygiene, whatever things that are being cleaned out will be easily to have those negative energies coming back to you if you don't maintain the, energetically speaking, maintain the hygiene. Just like every day we have to go take shower, we have to brush our teeth, it's just basic minimum daily habit, daily requirement to maintain your energetic hygiene, just like our physical hygiene. We have to do it every day. If not, you just kind of sting a little bit. Hopefully you don't have to wait for a whole week to do one cutting cords or soap scrub or soap bath. You just have to keep it up. If you don't keep it up, guess what? Things just get accumulated more and more and pile up layers upon layers. It's gonna take a longer time for the next prana healer to come in and say, okay, I need a cleaning, a healing. Can you work on me? And it's gonna take a longer time. So it will be easier if every single person want to come in to get a free healing session, for example, that they actually keep it up and maintain the energetic hygiene properly. It will be easier for the prana healer to work on that person. Again, thank you for watching, and I really appreciate for your time. I hope you enjoy the information that I put out in this video, and it is really easy to do. Nothing is too extreme or going against your religion. Clapping hands definitely is not going to go against your religion. Doing self-scrub or self-bath definitely is nothing really new, and pretty much I know that a lot of people are quite familiar with the self-scrub or self-bath. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to email us at directmindpowers@gmail.com, or go to our website at www.directmindpower.com, or just simply to call us at 818-275-2238. Okay, and thank you for your time, and have a